Okay, hello. We are back. We didn't do a stream yesterday because it was Jesse's Extra Life, and it was, easier just to be stream on his stream, if you see what I mean. But we are back with first promo stream after Extra Life. Just trying to pick up where we left off. Oh, it's cold now. I've sat down. Put my jumper on in a minute. We're going to start with Arsene Lupin, Once a Thief. So, there is a Netflix show of this, but I have not seen it, which may or may not be based on a book, or possibly a real person. I have not read said book, or met said real person. So, my knowledge is limited to what I'm going to tell you. Which is, this game is developed by Blazing Griffin and published by Microids. It was released on the 17th of October this year, 2024. It is available on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. We are playing it on Xbox today. It is an Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 type game, so, in which we get to witness the origins of a legend. Experience Arsene Lupin's transformation from humble burglar to folklore hero in Arsene Lupin, Once a Thief, a detective adventure game set in the early 1900s. It is, I believe, a point-and-click game. A point-and-click adventure. And it is an ID at Xbox game, so thank you to ID at Xbox for the code for this one. Price-wise, it is £34.99 or $29.99. I am not sure why it is so much more in the UK than it is in the US. It is €39.99 in Europe, so that's even worse. Gosh. But yeah. It looks cute. So, let us, navigate to the game, load it up, and we will... A bit dusty. I rotated my mattress today, as you do, or as you're supposed to do. And apparently you should also vacuum along the edge before you try and do that, because dust went everywhere, and now I feel like I'm covered in dust, which is less fun. Dive into a captivating journey through this adventure puzzle game that explores the early life, loves, and crimes of the iconic gentleman thief. Immerse yourself in Maurice Leblanc's famous tales, playing as both Lupin and his tireless antagonist, Detective Ganimard, gaining unique perspectives on legendary stories like the arrest of Arsene Lupin and Herlock Sholmes arrives too late. Lupin and Leblanc by the fireside. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So it's like Sherlock Holmes in reverse type thing. So let me just do a quick Google to see if it is a book or just a Netflix show, because I know there's a Netflix show, but where it came from is, what I'm interested in. Okay, so Arsene Lupin is a fictional gentleman thief and master of disguise. Created in 1905 by French writer Maurice Leblanc. First introduced in a series of short stories serialized in the magazine Je sais tout. The first story being the arrest of Arsene Lupin. Okay, so 5 authorized sequels written in the 70s by celebrated mystery writing team of Boulogne-Narcjac. Cool. Okay, so it is based on a book or a series of novellas and novels. Okay, so Leblanc introduced Sherlock Holmes to Lupin in the short story Sherlock Holmes Arrives Too Late in 1906, where an aged Holmes meets a young Lupin for the first time. But after legal objections from Arthur Conan Doyle, the name was changed to Herlock Sholmes. So, yeah, interesting. Apparently there's a 2008 PC 3D adventure game called Sherlock Holmes vs. Arsene Lupin. I'd not heard of that one. That's interesting. So yeah, and then there's the Netflix show. And also several comics and a whole shit ton of films. And also other TV series. So yeah. Yeah, anyway, not going to get distracted going down that rabbit hole. Because I could quite happily... I thought I clicked new game, there we go. So yeah, there are 46 achievements, all of which are obtainable. 3 people have done this. Looks like it could be about 10 hours for a completion. Plus, 10 hours plus.
The Legend of Arsene Lupin, Gentleman Thief, is a tale that has been heard by most, but the truth known only by a few. Opinions are divisive. A playful swindler or a hardened career criminal. One thing that cannot be argued, the excitement of Arsene Lupin and his antics are unrivaled.
I'm going with it's a Sherlock Holmes-esque type thing. And I'm here for it. Ooh, lots of spikes.
They're just paranoid.
So sitting on my...
As if Lupin's trying to get anywhere near this place.
Right, okay.
I know you keep saying it's an impenetrable fortress, but you've heard the stories.
Castle
Don't
Guard.
worry, it's an easy gig. We got our posts, and that egg stays safe and sound.
Hey,
Gentlemen.
Hello. Arsene Lupin. Monsieur. Okay, arrange actions. Nice. Okay, having leapt the spikes, dealt with the rabid dogs waiting to pounce. Okay. Blocking the entrance, razor sharp spikes. The dogs will be in a deep slumber next to the guards, whose only orders are to protect the Fabergé egg. The guards shouldn't cause any more bother, but stay alert to avoid the poison-tipped arrows. Using the arrows to snap the bear traps is a better idea than using a leg. Okay. I mean, it seems to suggest this order based on what we've got here, but blocking the entrance, razor sharp spikes. The dogs will be in a deep slumber, maybe. Using the arrows. I mean, this is what the arrows seem to suggest. So blocking the entrance, razor sharp spikes. Having leapt the spikes, dealt with the rabid dogs waiting to pounce. The dogs will be in a deep slumber. The guards shouldn't cause any more bother, but stay alert. Poison tip arrows, and then flip the bear tracks. Okay. Confirm selection. Pyoing!
An impossible undertaking for most, a walk in the park for Arsène Lupin.
Arsène Lupin. Maurice Leblanc. Love having any excuse to roll out my French accent. Sorry, Akash.
He was triumphant over the trials that had stood before him, but it was only with careful planning and execution that he could make every task look so simple.
I feel like this would be best played in French, but then, you know, only a handful of us would really be able to understand it. So we're playing in English. Okay, bejeweled necklace. Okay. Hallmark. Okay. Ooh! Mr. Cornus! That wasn't a very long streak. Now I've got 2 of me. What are you doing? Or probably it was longer. But anyway, where's my honk button? There's my Mr. Cornus button. There we go. How was Cat in a Ghostly Road? I played that one. It's quite good. I played it 3 times though because it has 3 stacks. Because it was one of those games that apparently they like releasing, the point and click, on 3 different platforms rather than just doing, you know, a cross-platform build. Which is fine. It gets me 3,000 to the point and click genre, but you know, it was. I think I prefer the Cat's Request, which I haven't finished, which also has 3 stacks. But that's because, you know, cyberpunk futuristic robot stuff is a little bit more my genre, a little bit more my milieu than old school Japanese painting. Chinese. Japanese or Chinese. Those, I know that those are 2 completely different countries. I frequently get them mixed up, which is my problem. Frequently my problem. Or 100% my problem, because me getting them mixed up. Not them, but I do frequently get them mixed up, and yeah. Anyway, we are examining. Actually, we were going to put a jumper on, weren't we? Because we were like, oh, we sat down and it's actually cold. 12 degrees outside, which is not too bad. But it's like 19.5 in here, and I'm like, we're probably, no, it's 20 now. We're probably, you know, jumper when we're sitting still. We took it off earlier because we were rotating the aforementioned mattress and sorting out my bed and getting dust everywhere. We also folded the washing. We did some chores. We have been slowly but surely sorting stuff. It's boring. I'm bored. I need to work. I am bored out my mind because I'm not working. So yeah, I might invent some work for me to do next week. But it's very hard to do stuff without a purpose. But anyway, right, we have got a necklace which is very pretty. Did always have a weakness for anything that glistens.
Oh.
I know who's only doing his job, but so was I. I don't know what we came for. Chest of jewels?
Uh-huh.
Ah, the vault, maybe. Hey, Circlid! Ruby, diamond, emerald. Oh, treasure. Also, yeah, Mr. Cornus. Welcome in, Raiders. But yeah, sorry. I did want to say, hey, Mr. Cornus, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Joe. Today we are playing Arsene Lupin, Gentleman, or Once a Thief. This game's called Once a Thief. But he is a gentleman thief from the 1900s. Early 1900s. A la, you know, Sherlock Holmes. Well, after Sherlock Holmes, because Sherlock Holmes was 18 something or other. Got some gem. Someone's going to be careless enough to leave Aziz here. And then we will
Now, a combination was all that stood between him and his prize. The combination had to be somewhere. would they have trusted the now unconscious guards with such important information?
I don't know. Oh, we've got a little book. Okay, people to remember. Arsene Lupin, gentleman thief, master of disguise, France's greatest criminal, expertly broke into the Baron's impenetrable fortress, goal to steal the Baron's prized Fabergé egg. Sandbag. If he'd done his homework, it was the right thing. Okay, so we need to. Introduction. Okay, Legend of Arsene Lupin, a robbery of fantastic proportions. Introduction to the Legend of Arsene Lupin, gentleman thief. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Options. Music. You can take the music down a touch and the sci-fi down a touch. We will take deduction hints. I don't see why that is a problem. So yes, there are a bunch of achievements. So, wow. Oh, there's some mini games and some secret stuff. Basically, it looks like this one at the top is the first one. 74% of people only make it to the end of the first thing, and then it drops off to, like, you know, 19-20% actually making it through. But only 3 people have all the achievements.
A quick rummage, and he had what he required. Oh, 9. Ooh, 8. The terrified owners only trusted each guard with half the combination.
Do we have an inventory? Okay, right, inventory, yes we do. 2809. Luckily, you know, it tells us which way around it goes. Okay.
Before he tackled the colossal vault door that blocked his path, he took a moment to remind himself of why he was there.
But yes, how is everyone's weekends? Jesse's just finished his 24-hour stream, so is asleep. Oh, I'm glad I put the jumper on. It's gone a bit chilly. Yeah, it's been a weird week. It has been the weirdest week. Obviously, it's now 1 week post Extra Life. We have recovered from this. Well, didn't need so much to recover from the sleep. I needed to recover from 24 hours of talking. Because that's basically what I did, was 24 hours of talking. Throat's still a little sore, but mostly we are recovered. But yeah, we have finished our little baby gift for our friend who is due on Wednesday. Well, scheduled. It's scheduled on Wednesday, so, you know. Now I've just got to pack it up, wrap it and pack it up, do a card, but the main bulk of the present is done, so yay. Me, I didn't leave it to the last minute. I just didn't want to jinx things. Yeah, been doing some tidying. Got plans to cook tomorrow. Oh, cold nose. Yeah, hopefully everyone is doing okay. Hey, Akash. Hey, Mr. Corners. Hope everyone is doing okay and having, you know, whatever type of weekend they require. What treasure? It's a Fabergé egg. Not a million francs. Not the Hope Diamond, and definitely not the moon. This might be just what I was looking for. 20... Oh, no. Ah, there we go. 28... No, hang on. Oh, balls. Right, try that again. Firstly, let's just check. 2809. But also, yeah, let's try that again. Where we actually, you know, do it right. 2809. 9.
The vault stood open like a cookie jar, just waiting for him to reach in.
A cookie jar. Ooh. Diamonds are not only a girl's best friend. Would I have been made for a useful getaway vehicle? Could I have fit in?
Now is not the time to stray from the path.
I know, but had I something a little bigger than just my pockets to carry my treasure out with?
Hey.
Not exactly my taste, but it would certainly fetch a decent price on the black market.
Curses locked. But for every door, there is a key.
Some objects are only visible at certain angles. Oh, hello. T-Rex skull. What's that glistening in there? I believe it's known as the Dentary Bone. I still impress myself sometimes. That's like a key to me. Clinging on to Dinosaur's tooth, the key to the cage. Certainly glad he wasn't part of shutter security. And this is why we rotate.
Hey, presto! Just a few more steps.
Oh.
Originating from the house of Fabergé in St. Petersburg, its craftsmanship is unmatched. This one's been out. How long has it been out? 17th of October, so a few weeks. Don't know if anyone else has played it or heard of it before. Ministry. Mind you, there's only a few people that have played it, which is why we stream these games. Because we like to showcase games.
Hand and
Don't mind if I do.
Oh.
of course, it was not the obvious that he was seeking. There was a more valuable prize.
We
inside.
did the total switch it with a thing of the same weight sandbag trick, but you know, we know what happened to Indiana Jones when he tried that.
Ah.
Caesar's got to work.
Ooh.
The Black Pearl.
The Black Pearl. What he had really been chasing for so long.
Really not massively long. Only 75% of the people that own this have got this far.
All that was left to do was escape. A simple task after the gauntlet of obstacles he had just championed until the alarm.
If an alarm is required. Let me guess.
Do not.
You read that in the newspaper. They also said I ran around in a top hat and cloak. When have you ever seen that?
A little exaggeration never hurt.
Wow,
But
I
it's
got
your
3
story
in
to
quick
tell.
succession.
A different version of events.
If you want the real truth, we'll have to go back further still. Let me tell you about a young man, Bernard d'Andrézy, his investigation and how it led to my arrest.
The arrest of Arsene Lupin to catch a thief. The guests on board La Provence find out Arsene Lupin
On
is
the
a
second
murderer.
day, at a
Stealing all the
distance of
achievements.
500 miles from the French coast, in the midst of a violent storm, a wireless telegraph message was received. Arsène Lupin is on your vessel. First cabin, blonde hair, wound right forearm. Traveling alone under the name Ray. The telegram was cut short, but by the next morning the whole ship had heard of Arsène Lupin's presence, and the deck was alive with gossip and rumors.
Can you believe it? Arsène Lupin stowed on board. I heard he once dressed as a Spanish bullfighter and a Russian physician.
Arsène Lupin, the man of 1,000
Wow,
disguises.
my god,
If
I'm
what
getting all the
newspapers say are
achievements.
true,
That was
he could be
4.
disguised as anyone.
We've hardly done anything, almost. 4 achievements in the space of a minute almost. Okay, so we got inspected all curios. Ah, okay, well that was me inspecting everything, so that's fair enough. Mastered 5 mechanisms, cool. That was the actual case, and then apparently we impressed them. All we did was press A. Apparently pressing A is impressive. I mean, I'll take it. I like achievements, but lol.
Apparently, he's traveling under the name R. But before anyone says anything, it's not Rosé.
Okay.
The waiter at breakfast told Miss Underdown and I that he had snuck on in the dead of night in a rubber life raft.
Can you imagine it? Daring, dangerous. It's like something out of a storybook. Don't you think, Miss Underdown?
Not a book I'd read, but I can see why there might be excitement around him.
Should we be worried? I have valuables on
I
board
like
and
the
the
art
things
style.
I've heard about that man.
You've got nothing to worry about. But Miss Underdown, if you feel nervous...
Miss Gerland and I shall both be fine.
Wouldn't it be exciting if I could get a photograph of the famous Arsène Lupin?
It would certainly be some feat, as you said. A man of 1,000 disguises.
No, it wouldn't. As soon as he is caught, he'll be behind bars, where he belongs.
I should make a point of speaking with everyone on the deck. Okay, Arsène Lupin. Snuck on aboard overnight, blonde hair, wounded forearm, travelling under the name R. Or something that sounds like R at the beginning. Miss Nellie Underdown showed little interest in Arsène Lupin. Lady Gerland has heard stories, is worried about valuables being stolen. And Louis Rozaine, quick to claim he's not Arsène Lupin, has delusions of grandeur, and is a chauvinist. Oh, we love them, don't we? Not. Bernard's camera, my trusty 9x12 camera, it's never let me down. So, the arrest of Arsène Lupin to catch a thief. The guests on board La Provence find out Arsène Lupin is amongst them and set out to find him themselves. Speak to the guests on deck. You need your glasses on, you read that as Lady Underpants. It did take me a few moments before I realised it said Nellie Underdown. There's a little label on that thing. Okay, so we've got this dude here, Major Rawson. I heard there was a military man on board, a major if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if he knows anything. On second thoughts, maybe I'll give him a little privacy. He seems to be, excuse me, a wee bit seasick. Yeah, we can rotate, can't we?
Excuse me, miss.
Oh, you gave me an awful fright.
We literally just spoke like 3 seconds ago.
That's expected with Arsene Lupin on board. Allow me to introduce myself. Bernard Andrézy.
Lady Gerland, how do you do? A cryptic telegram comes through saying a blonde man wants to steal all our belongings, and we're supposed to remain calm.
I'm not exactly sure that's what the telegram implied.
Maybe that's because you don't have as much to lose.
What else have you
You
heard?
mean besides how he spent his life as a criminal, stealing people's hard-earned money? I've never heard Father say one good thing about him.
From what I've heard, he doesn't care what people say about him, just that they're saying something at all.
Fair enough.
And what does that say about him?
I suppose I'd better be going.
Hey, you. Come here a second.
He looks like the prince from
Bernard Andrézy.
Shrek.
How do you do, Monsieur Rosen?
I see my reputation precedes me.
You did just say your name.
Oh, yes.
Something we can
I'll
help
get
with?
right to the point. Miss Underdown. We're both warm-blooded males. There's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition, right, Benny?
It's Bernard.
Until next time. Right, okay, so arse wipe.
I wonder if I could ask you a question?
I was thinking he looks a bit wooden. No, he's got a very craggy beard.
The dining hall is past the cabins.
I was more interested in the ship's unwanted guest.
If he's not fleeing from one job, he's probably moving on to the next. Maybe his target's on board.
Sure it's not Thanos. No, not 100%. Sorry. Stop fiddling.
You think he's here to rob someone? Would he really go all the way to America just for that?
From what I've heard, he's prepared to do anything to get what he wants.
There's plenty of guests on board that would be the perfect target for him. Who's got the most to lose?
Very helpful. Thank you. Okay, so there's the captain, and then must be his first mate. It doesn't take a genius to figure out why they look so annoyed.
I told you to keep it to yourself.
But you know how gossip travels. It was always going to get out.
I wanted control, how and when. What are we going to do?
Post someone on the stairs guard in the storage room. And another guard in the crew quarters.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Get to it then.
I think that's everyone on deck except for Miss Underdown. She must have headed for the hallway. Okay, so I don't know. I can't just like pick up things. So can we go in here to tea room? Oh wait, well I'm gonna look in the tea room. Did I have the job interview, or was it just I have had a job interview. I'm waiting to find out when the next one is. But, you know, not getting my hopes up, so applying to everything else. Not that I get many replies, because apparently the new business strategy is ghost all the candidates. Which is not my favourite thing.
Oh.
Got more important things to focus on right now. Okay, so go through to the hallway. That's the dining hall again. Cabin door. open door. They're locked, so... Open door. Tea room. Ah, okay, so it's a case of not that it's locked, it's just we can't
Excuse me, Miss Underdown?
The excited man with the camera.
That's me, Bernard Andrézy. But just Bernard is fine.
That's my chance to impress her, not to come across too forward.
Just Bernard. What can I do for you?
Okay. What brought you on
I'm
board?
traveling to see my father while he's on business with my dear friend, Lady Jerland.
I've actually just spoken to her on the deck. She has some strong opinions about Arsene Lupin.
Sometimes you'll need to choose your questions and answers wisely to win conversation challenges.
I'm sure you won't be surprised to find I feel the same.
I'm hardly surprised with what newspapers say.
I'm an only child. Your family has come from money.
I'm afraid there isn't much to know.
I'm sure that can't be right. A beautiful, intelligent young woman like you?
Be careful. A girl could get used to such flattery.
Things seem to be going well. This voyage has a lot more potential than first expected.
I mean, I'd be inclined to suspect Bernard. Except he's not blonde and it doesn't begin with R, and I think he's the one that finds him. But what's with the, you know, you're on a ship. What's, you know, why'd you have to flirt?
I'm left wanting to know more. Hopefully I'll get the chance to spend more time with her.
You're upset, Arsene Lupin
We're all
aboard?
on this ship to relax, and having him on board has changed everything.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm hopeful that this interview goes well, but also, you know, I've had a few interviews, you know, that I thought have gone well and then ended up not getting the job. But then there's a lot of people looking right now. But, you know, it's been 6 months. I'm bored. You know, and I need a job. So it's not like I can just enjoy being off because, you know, the stress of needing a job. I mean, it's not dire yet, but, you know, we're into the savings, which is not great. I'd like to line something up for December, but, you know, I'd like a contract at the very least. That's just, you know, it's not really happening massively quickly. Anyway, we've been distracting ourselves by doing some tidying, and the charity thing was always fun. For Extra Life, we raised a ton of money. Gave away a lot of games. Got more games to give away. People just need to pick them. And oh, yeah, it's really cold, and also it's kind of dry. My hands are falling apart, which is why I'm fiddling with them. I really shouldn't. But yeah, anyway, we are going to find Arsene Lupin. And well, to fiddle with, I've got my fidget. Right, okay.
Only if you let it.
I suppose you're right. Thank you.
My name is T.
Now, I have a question for you. What brought you on this voyage across the Atlantic?
E2 ministry, and it'd be great if it was a permanent position at a decent salary for a company that's, you know, doing good things. That would be the ideal. But for now, I'd settle for, you know, even if it's just a, you know, 3-month contract, it would be something.
My work. I'm a photojournalist, or at least trying to be.
That would explain the camera.
It wasn't my initial plan. But if I could get a shot of Arsene Lupin, it would do wonders for my career.
I have a rather daring proposal for you.
Go on.
What would you say to you and I trying to find Lupin ourselves? An exciting notion, don't you think?
Exciting would be one word.
You don't want him to ruin your trip. And if we don't do something, who will?
I wouldn't usually be so easily persuaded. Where would we even start? What do we know about Arsene Lupin?
Okay. He has a wounded arm.
We don't know how he did it, but it shouldn't be too hard to spot. We should look for someone with an injured arm.
He has blonde hair.
He's a master of disguise, but we can only work with what information we have. We should look for someone with blonde hair. Are you imagine there are a number of guests on board with that initial. We should try and narrow the list down.
Very astute, Monsieur d'Andrécy.
Woohoo! Success.
Bernard. Anyone would think this isn't your first investigation.
There are many things you still have
I
to
like this
learn
game.
about me.
Okay, alright. Who could Arsene Lupin be disguised as? Oh, okay. Not Lady Janet. Porter. First mate. Major Rawson. Rosanne. Or Melville. I mean, we haven't spoken to this guy, but was his hair blonde? This is the only one I can guarantee was blonde. You don't think Captain Birdseye? I think it says Captain Melville, but I'll go with Captain Birdseye. It's definitely not Lady Joanne, but, you know, in saying that, it could be. Rawson. Does anyone remember if Rawson... Let's go with Rosane, because he's the only one we can guarantee is blonde and R.
Monsieur Rosen!
Really? The gentleman from the deck?
Arsene Lupin is known as a master of disguise.
It's more likely to be, like, the Major, but...
Don't hold me in suspense.
Your first task.
Do you think you could keep Monsieur Rosen distracted while I search his cabin for evidence?
And what am I to say to him?
Oh, just flirt with him.
Just be your ever-enchanting self.
That I can do.
With Miss Underdown keeping Mr. Rosane occupied, I've got the chance to search his cabin. I'm sure I saw him leaving that door on the right earlier. This one. At some point, I'm going to put the heating on it. When last weekend, it was not this cold. It suddenly dropped. Cold snap this week, it felt. Because, you know, I've done extra lives with, like, my, you know, bear onesie and stuff on. It's been cold, whereas I don't think I even had a jumper on for most of this year's extra life. I do worry about the globe with the summers being quite so hot and it being hotter for longer. We seem to basically have 2 seasons at the moment. It feels like it's either hot or it's cold. We don't seem to have the transition, really. It, you know, especially not now. We do have the very, very hot in the middle of summer thing and the possibly very, very cold midwinter, but spring and autumn seems to have just sort of disappeared a little bit. An unlocked door. Okay. Can't leave him too long. Don't know what he's saying. Yeah, I mean, because he's a bit of an arse. Oh, okay. Find evidence that Rosanne is Arsene Lupin. Must be something in his cabin that would incriminate him. Let me start with R. Pretentious. Okay, press B.
Oh.
Calm. Some white hairs, I see. I mean, he loves himself, clearly. Looks like it says the Tower of London or something like that. Oh, hang on. Stained pillow. I'm gonna guess hair dye, and he's actually not blonde. Don't know what he's been up to, but I certainly couldn't sleep with that pungent smell all over my pillow. Alright. Let's X and make a deduction. Deductions. Love me some deductions. Blonde. Blonde. Telegram. Comb. Stained pillow.
One step closer to proving it.
The hair fan on his comb is inconsistent colouring. What could explain this? Okay. I mean, it's going to be dye, but I'm guessing we have to find it. Egots. This is... I would just be looking everywhere. Ah, Rosine's chair. Napkin. Hoping it's unused. Chemical dye. And empty bottle of pills. Painkillers. Okay. No. Another message. Okay, I think it says R and N. Oh, since I've just set Miss Hunter down off to distract Rosane, I hope the feelings are only one-sided. I mean, I'm thinking you're probably fine. Okay. 2 more connections. So, chemical dye, 2 bottle of pills. Napkin, okay, blonde.
There isn't time for mistakes.
Oh, I didn't think that was a mistake. Oh, maybe that goes with chemical dye.
Come on, think.
Seriously?
If this doesn't impress Miss Underdown.
We are letting it's a type of bias where you know, only find stuff that supports the thing that you think. Because at the moment, wounded arm, treating a wound.
The poof is here somewhere.
Okay. Maybe we link stained pillow to chemical dye.
I think I'm getting the hang of this detective thing.
We must have spilt dye over the bed by accident. Strange that it's just on the pillow.
I think I'm getting the hang of this detective thing.
Well, I don't know. Your little wires are all over the place. Master discussed that Lupin changes appearance to avoid being caught. I mean, it's pretentious.
There isn't time for mistake.
Okay. It's like line over here, over here, over here, over here. It's like such a mess. I mean, I don't think it's him.
The poof is here somewhere.
Treating a wound. The legend. There we go. Link the two things together.
If
Some
this
master
doesn't
discuss.
impress Miss Underdown.
It's needed. This should convince everyone. I mean, what it convinces me is that he's a bit vain and possibly old. what we did was we don't have proof. All we have proof is that he's dyeing his hair. Use the post box in the tea room. I can ensure this will get safely and securely. Oh, we're sending it to somebody. Okay, ship crew. And the captain. Ah. Has light hair. Okay. You see, I think it more likely to be him. Than him. It's a little bit like... Which one were we playing where we were, maybe...
So, you decided to take me up on my offer.
He's got his arm thing rolled up.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist.
There was one we were playing. Was it a Hercule Poirot? I think it might have been a Hercule Poirot one where we were walking around on the ship.
Yes, with that man on board.
You've nothing to fear when Louis Rosen is near.
I feel nauseous listening. I can only imagine how she feels. There is no time to waste.
To catch a thief. Better check in. Let her know our mission was a success. Ah, Mr. Inspector Ganimard.
So that's how the great Arsene Lupin was caught. By two amateur sleuths?
Are you questioning my storytelling?
No, it's just the newspaper reports didn't include anything of your claims.
Claims? It's the truth. The newspapers have never been worried with allowing the truth to get in the way of a good story. The good story I was just getting to.
I just think we'd benefit from hearing all sides of the
I might
story.
watch the
At least about
Netflix
what
show.
Inspector Ganimard did when he boarded the ship. This is what I heard.
Right.
Ladies and
Ooh.
gentlemen, allow me to welcome you to the United States of America. There will be a minor delay in the disembarking of the ship. A detective has come aboard to take over certain matters with an unwanted guest. Yes, I know what his name is, and it doesn't need to be repeated. Yes, I know it. I ask for your cooperation. The faster he's found, the faster we can get you all on dry land. This detective better know what he's doing.
It's Inspector. Today is the day. He is on board, and he's not getting away this time. One more failure, and the Commissaire General will have my badge. All right, showtime. I am Inspector Ganimard, and shall be addressed as such. Everyone is to remain on board until Lupin shows his face, and I have the coward in custody. I don't ask for much, but I'm asking now. Please, let me catch Arsene Lupin.
You've got him down to a T.
Inspector Ganimard, you mean?
It's like he's here in the room with us.
I've read enough about the frustrating years and near misses of pursuing his rival. It wasn't hard to find his voice.
He certainly wasn't going to let anyone get in the way of him catching his prey.
Okay. Find Lupin, find the captain. No reason to go here yet. There's something on that chair. whether it's relevant at the end. Tea room. Hallway. We haven't been upstairs yet. Let's start with the captain. It's only polite.
Captain,
It's a ship.
I'm sure you're eager to get Lupin off your ship.
Of course. And you're right. This is my ship.
You can save the speech. I don't want your ship. I just want Lupin.
We've narrowed it down to 2 suspects.
Saves me a job. Let's hope the captain keeps it up. I'm going to need to see inside their cabins.
Of course. Which cabin first?
Major Rawson. Let's get on with it then. Hey guys! Good time zone to you too. He may think himself a master of disguise, but that doesn't mean he's not left a clue behind.
Huh?
Lupin's good at getting to a roll. Looks like this one's a keen fisherman. Fish Weekly. Open vent. Looks like someone or something's damaged inside of the vent by trying to crawl through. Where could this lead? I mean, also, how could someone fit in there? Secret meeting with the captain and something about a society meeting. I've had perfect opportunity to get those in charge wrapped around his finger. What's he up to? Keen observer. You inspected 25 objects. There's barely anything left. How are you doing, Kaz? Completely cleared out. Well, he's hoarded. I'd say it's worse than a little seasickness. What's he need them for? Okay. Alright, injured arm.
That must mean...
He's suffering from an injury. These could be from him patching himself up. Stick to what's important, finding Lupin. Okay. We need to... Oh. Threatened by presence. Suspected to be Lupin. Planned secret meeting. Massive collection of medical supplies. We've still got a link. Okay. Manipulative.
Not as clever as you think. Huh?
Private meeting with the captain. Lupin would have had him wrapped around his finger in a second. Okay. The captain shed some light on what I found. Right, okay, we need to make that link. I'm okay, I'm just a little cold actually, but it's all good. Been getting some little bits done to make it feel like I didn't just do nothing this weekend. Okay, we have a rotated mattress and clean bed sheets, and we folded some washing and got one of my remaining shelves sorted, and still need to take out the butt ton of recycling that I have created, but we're getting there. How are you? What do you make of all this? What evidence suggests Major Rawson is Arsene Lupin? The diary, the medical supplies, Fish Weekly, open vent. Medical supplies and the diary confirm at the moment.
There's a suspicious number of medical supplies here. And Lupin is nursing an injury. Plus, he had an appointment with you? I think he's been manipulating you. There's nothing more to see here. Take me to the other cabin.
The state of this place, this is chaos. Oh, wow. Note from staff. As per your request, the bag of clothes left with us has been incinerated. If you require further services, Okay. Rats fist close to be burnt. Was he destroying one disguise to step into another? Okay. What happened here?
Huh?
Journal. Not sure what he's planning, but he's been gathering details on every guest, tracking their whereabouts, yet nothing about any sort of companion. What is he up to? Oh, I think he's trying to be detective. Morse code and me. Most exciting holiday reading. Oh, I don't know. I would totally take that on holiday. Certainly don't agree with the extracurricular activity tracking that. I think he's been trying to do some amateur sleuthing. Note from the staff.
Just some good old-fashioned police work.
Frank could have destroyed the clothing he arrived in and changed against sense.
That would be obvious to anyone.
He knows exactly what he's doing, and with the right information, use it to his advantage to get what he desires. Okay, fine. So if he's planning something, then that makes sense. The captain. Predict what's important. Finding Lupin. You just said maybe the captain. Oh. Empty. Ah, hang on. Potential exit points. Okay. Loose vent. Open vent.
Who said I'm getting slow in my old age?
Blonde hair. Looks like the vents between the rooms. So, what? Rosane is the... Okay. Both could be Lupin. Can't be sure which one. Need to speak to myself.
You mean how they run, or...?
Just tell me who will have the answers.
The porter's in the storage room. It's his job to know.
Okay. Note from staff. In the channel.
If he wanted to hide his suspicious activities, he's not doing a very good job. Keeping track of passengers and destroying clothes, it all points towards Lupin.
Could be either of them.
I can't say
Could
I'm
be neither of them.
given his attitude on deck. So you've got him? Is one of them our man?
I'm going to need to speak to them both.
Detective, I've been looking all over for you.
Inspector. Make it quick.
Excuse me, sorry.
You can add theft to his list of crimes. He's taken my jewels.
Lupin.
Targeting vulnerable young men, I'd expect nothing less. First and first, how did he get in? Going to go with the vent, probably. Alright, investigate the scene of the crime. Get away with it.
Ah.
Some first class cabins. This is that small room. Okay.
Oh.
Safe leather would pose no trouble.
Oh.
Shreds of paper. Oh, stop crying, woman. You've still got your life. Jewels are not worth it.
Inspector, thank you for coming.
At your request, Miss...
Jerland, please, you must find my jewels. This morning, I started packing my luggage, and when I went to the safe, they were gone.
Oh, is she...
She shouts at me one more time.
I only left my cabin yesterday for dinner, then came straight back.
Who did you dine with?
My friend, Miss Underdown, she'll tell you I'm not lying. I'm not.
So, he took his chance while she was at dinner.
Please, Inspector. If my father finds out half of the family's collection has gone missing, and it's my fault, oh, just the thought of it. You can't really suspect me of anything.
It's my job to follow up on anything suspicious.
Suspicious? I was drafting a letter to a friend, and I wasn't happy with it. Is there a crime in that?
Okay. Since be the victim, why would you hold yourself so defensively? I mean, I don't consider no eye contact to be a suspicious thing, but that's because I'm autistic. She's hiding something. I don't have an image to deal with her wailing and shouting right now. I will confront her later. Oops, wrong investigation. Jewel thief. Okay, so. Looks nervous. Left her cabin for dinner. Shreds of paper. Smell. Safe. Stop wailing, woman.
Master thief? Pooh.
It's not been entirely truthful. I want to know why. After you've got in, corroborate stories. Ah, we were supposed to inspect the vault. Okay, excellent. Okay. An echo, it possibly is echoing on my mic. I just like to have it up enough that I can actually hear the game, but if it's really echoey, I can always turn it down on my side.
You're Miss Underdown, friend
Yeah,
of
I can see
Gerald.
it echoing. Hang on.
I need to confirm some details.
Yes, anything I can do to help, Inspector? Yes, Bernard joined us too. He's another guest. He's been keeping me company. I was surprised Mr. Rosaine wasn't there at dinner, actually.
People are noticing. Looks like someone's getting sloppy with their execution. And after dinner, did you see Roseanne then?
No, Bernard and I were on the deck. I left him there to retire to bed. He wanted to get a photograph of something.
What about
I
Rolson?
didn't see him either. On second thought, I don't think I've seen him the whole time we've been at sea.
Hide all you want. There's nowhere to run when surrounded by open water.
No, we're in supposed to cool us, have a good sleep. Uh-huh.
You must be Roseanne.
About time.
Took the words out of my mouth. We need to talk.
And thanks again for the raid.
Yes?
I've searched your cabin.
You've done what?
I've started my investigation. And right now, you're my prime suspect.
The telegram. I wanted to make sure what we were told is actually what it said.
I didn't think that was for guests' eyes.
I can be persuasive when I need to be, or at least my wallet can. But it was a waste of time. It was all correct. Like I told everyone, I am not Lupin.
That settles it then. Your innocence is proved.
As much as he tries to talk his way out of it, it's not enough to convince me. I should find out what others have to say about him before pushing for more details.
Huh?
No reason to go in here. Okay, fine. I just want to be able to, you know, talk to people.
Oh.
Spoke to the captain, okay.
Inspector.
Need a list of everyone in the section.
It's called first class. I believe Miss Underdown is still with her male companion in the tea room. I presume the sobbing from the cabin is Miss Gerland, and Mr. Rosaine is on deck.
Oh, was Bernard in there?
Your crew? And a certain major?
My first mate is in the crew quarters, and a porter is working in the storage room. Ah, yes, you mean Major Rawson. He's actually been in the infirmary with sickness since our first day at sea.
Oh, nice of him to tell me now. Oh,
No, so
when will
maybe
this
not.
incompetence end?
Zane. I don't think it is. I wonder if it's maybe Bernard, to be fair, but also then... I don't know. Okay. What's this? Storage room. Okay. Well, let's talk to the porter.
What is that god-awful smell? It smells like...
Death. Oh, and lucky me gets to clean the trail all the way to the cabins.
Oh, there'll be people jumping overboard.
I'll be the first.
What the hell happened?
Huh?
Okay. It's clearly where the, clearly how people have been getting around. Missing screwdriver. Someone's used the desk as a boost. Bench has been used for more than it's been intended. I mean, it's pretty easy to add a beard and become a crew member.
Uh-huh.
Putrid smell. Deep plum. Ooh. Fish guts?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Go on. I
Anything
wouldn't say
suspicious?
suspicious. It was just one of the crew. I hadn't seen him before.
Arsene Lupin is on board. And you didn't think it could have been him in disguise?
If it was him, he didn't seem like a bad guy. Quite polite, actually.
Not a bad guy. When will people realize he's just a criminal?
Oh, dry
Speaks
blood
like
is
a
closer to plum colour
gentleman.
than red. Fair enough. Still could be fish guts. Let's see what it says. Missing during robbery. Open storage room. Stained floor. Boot print. Missing screwdriver. Strong smell.
I'm hot on your heels now.
Testing the smell. I mean, I would call it crimson. Potentially. But yeah, I can see what you mean. That's just semantics, really. Semantics.
How does he do it? No wonder he's always 2 steps ahead.
No?
No. This old dog
There we go. Right.
still got some new tricks.
Storage room. Okay, so we've got one more link.
This old dog still got some new tricks.
Is the only person missing during dinner? Would he use it? Don't know. I mean, we're convinced that he probably is. Oh, can we ask? I mean, it does look like fish guts.
With your build,
Just answer the question.
you could if you wanted, but I wouldn't recommend it. I've only just fixed this one.
So, it could be done. The question is, has it?
There was no relaxing for him on board.
Inspector Ganimard or Arsene Lupin?
Both, it would seem.
Both living up to their names, just in different capacities.
I presume Inspector Ganimard wasn't having as much fun, though.
Okay. I would think a thief would be a little more circumspect and not leave vents open and screwdrivers missing and boot prints and knocking over lamps. Okay, let's go talk to Bernard. I think he was in the tea room, but I missed him. Oh, he was. I just completely missed him there. Sorry, Bernard.
I need to confirm some details about your movements.
I do suspect him, though.
The great Inspector Ganimard.
Do we know each other?
I'm Bernard, just a fan. I followed your career for years.
Right.
At least you got your job title, yes, right?
But let me see. I spoke with some of the other guests about Monsieur Lupin, then dined with Miss Nellie and her friend. After dinner, Lady Gerland left, and
Except
Miss
that he
Nellie
couldn't
and I
have done
spent
the
some time
thievery.
together on the deck.
So probably not.
I hear you consider yourself a bit of a Gustave Le Gray.
We may be in the open ocean, but there is beauty all around us. You must just look for it, Inspector.
I've got a pretty good idea what beauty he's seeing, and it's nothing to do with the open water.
Okay. All the distractions. I mean, 100%. It is entirely probable that it's one big distraction.
Have you found them yet? I've had the only key with me at all times. Father told me to keep it close.
Good advice.
He also said to write down the safe combination so I wouldn't forget it. Fat lot of use that did.
That was stupid.
Don't go far.
So he didn't even need to crack the safe. The safe combination was written down. Silly woman. Vent can fit a person. From staff. We should talk to a lot of blonde people. We should talk to Arsene again. But yeah, definitely could be distractions. You know, it would make more sense to disguise as crew.
Yes?
But being a loud, brash asshole, also a good disguise. There's a game. I can't think he's got one over on me again.
I presume you mean my investigation into Arsene Lupin's identity? I had to do something. I couldn't let everyone carry on thinking I am him. There's a simple explanation. They were covered in hair dye and were stinking out the cabin. Good enough for you?
It would explain the strange smell on him now. Although, that's not dye.
You noticed?
As Arsene Lupin strikes, you're nowhere to be seen?
It wasn't really my choice. The captain made that decision for me. He got it into his head I was Arsene Lupin, and locked me up.
What proof did he have?
None, and that's why I'm free. What proof do you have?
No further questions.
Oh, part of me feels sorry for the inspector. He really had his work cut out for him.
What about Monsieur Rosen? He was the one being accused again.
And Mr. Rosen was the obvious suspect. The inspector obviously thought similarly.
Speak to the captain. Maybe he can explain what was going through his head.
I can't get the prince from Shrek out of my head. Spitting image. Down to the personality. But yes, also don't forget, if you are here, to collect your daily. We are coming up on, what are we, 36 streams since the dailies came in. No, not Farquaad. No, the prince. The Prince Charming, or whatever it was, who was supposed to marry. The fairy godmother's son, I think. Prince Charming? Was he Prince Charming? He just looks a little bit like him. Not Farquaad. Farquaad was very, very short and had black hair and a bowl cut and a big-ass chin. But there was a Prince Charming fella that looked like this. May have been from the second film. May have been from the second movie. Yeah. Everything is in my head at the same time, and there is no timeline. So, you know. But as we have been playing a little bit of Shrek, it's been a bit forefront in my head. But I haven't watched the movies in donkey's years. But I remember them because that's what my head does. It remembers stuff. Lots of media. It likes media. It likes grabbing fiction-y stuff and munging it all together and making new things. Not terribly useful. Rather, it remembered something more, you know, helpful. But it's like people's names. But yeah. Yeah, that's who he reminds me of. But yeah, don't forget to get your daily. 50 dailies gets a free game. Details are in my bio. There's a whole section there. Look for the little bleep bloop. Just as a reminder. I can, you know, refrain from saying hi if you just want to lurk, but you also want your bleep bloop. I don't have a silent bleep bloop, sadly. But, you know, if you want to claim it now, like for the next 15 minutes, I will not say hi unless you then say hi. If you want to lurk.
Why am I not surprised the captain left something else out? Looks like we're going to have words.
I mean, it feels kind of silly being unexplained staff, because surely, you know, the staff all know who they are. But then unexplained guest is also a thing, so mostly being,
Inspector.
you know... Because it said he came on board in a rubber dinghy. But maybe actually came on, you know, so it's like, it would be weird for Arsene Lupin to have a cabin if he came on board in a dinghy, so God knows what's happening.
I was
You'd have
given
to guess.
evidence that proved it. Well, suggested it.
Where is this evidence?
I think it might still be in the crew quarters.
Don't go far. Okay, so I think crew quarters might be in this room here, because we haven't been here yet. Excellent. Oh, cold feet. Yeah, it's definitely taken a chill. I like it, because I would rather be cold and then wrap up and have blankets and hot water bottles and stuff to be warm than it be too warm and me not to be able to, you know. Okay. We'll talk to the first mate. Awesome found. There's a stain. It's covered in a strange purple stain. It smells awful. It's an outlandish R. Expensive. Someone's going to be missing it. Butcher and Dubois. Secret romance, none of my business. What do we have here? What's an expensive looking watch doing hidden away in the first mate's locker? Arsene, you found Arsene calling card. Okay. That's a calling card, is it? Ah, the camera roll. Something about watch that's just not saying right. We have here, what's an expensive looking watch doing hidden away? His mates. Okay. Why don't we have a look at the evidence first? I think I meant to go out on that one. Don't know what the strange purple stain is. Okay, pocketbook. Crew quarters. Stained floor. Oh, no, there's nothing to connect. Okay, right.
I need to ask you some questions.
Of course, Inspector. Nothing.
Suspicious?
Wish I had, though. We could do without reward money.
Not bothered about stopping a notorious criminal?
And that too. Watch. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's taking too long, but I already know he has it.
I've been saying that to the captain for ages.
And he hasn't provided one?
He's as stingy as he is stupid.
He's obviously thought about it for some time.
On my wage? Not likely.
He's disgruntled about his wage. Maybe he stole it to sell on.
Okay. Mine's a mess. Just give me a second to tidy it up.
Oh, that won't be necessary. Unless there's something you don't want me to see.
I need to explain.
Bingo.
I didn't steal it, I swear. A guest, Bernard, gave it to me, and when I found out it was a captain's, I panicked and I hid it. I was going to return it.
Ah, no worries. Can you not check in from your phone? Does the little bleep bloop not appear, or is it just really squishy? But food sounds like a good plan. We're going to be going for another hour and a half. So, you know, there's plenty of time. I just like to remind people, because, you know, it's been a little while. But I will have a short pause in a bit, because my tea is finished and I want to make some more.
Looks like young Bernard has some explaining to do.
That is interesting. Silly mobile crime. Okay, so now we need to go talk to Bernard. Probably before we talk to Bernard, we should have the little break. So, we're going to have a quick pause here while I replenish my tea, because my tea has finished and I need tea because, you know, hydration. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm back. Right. My friend just sent me a text saying, saw this and thought of you, and it's a Christmas jumper that says, I'm only here for the roast potatoes. 100% me, no notes, would, you know, I would definitely own that jumper. Yeah, what do we got? Oh, I was going to put my Fitbit on to chat. I'll do that later. Let's get back to the game. Right. Has he got anything more to say?
Besides my honor, dignity.
I meant more like a diary.
My pocketbook. Where did you find it? You found it by chance, didn't you? Great police work, detective.
It's Inspector.
My eye on you. Okay. I've got the hiccups. Okay, so bootprint, where are we? Rogane's pocketbook.
You're supposed to be an inspector.
Yeah, I don't think it would fit him. Rogane had the opportunity.
Get your head in the game.
Hey, Evo. Is it bad that you would keep calling him detective specifically to piss him off? No. I would be very tempted to do the same, depending on how he was treating me. Definitely yeah. Definitely a thing that I would think about. And pocketbook and the stained floor are linked.
I'm hot on your heels now.
Stains match. I mean, it must have been in the storage room. Why were they in the storage room? Storage room, person convict an event.
Who said I'm getting slow in my old age?
Not us. Use the vent, access, it'd be like Lupin to crawl around, okay. Shan could have crawled through the vent. Would he have fit?
Not as clever as you think, huh?
Expert reasoner. Self 3 mind maps. Had the opportunities and the means to steal, he's guilty. I mean, maybe, maybe not. Why don't we? No, why don't we talk to Bernard first? Bernard. I like saying Bernard. Also, because Bernard's the character in Day of the Tentacle as well. Bernard.
What can I do to help? The one I gave to the first mate?
So, you admit it?
I I admit that I gave it to him to add to the lost property. Is something the matter?
Something will be when I get my hands on that first mate.
That's all for now. Okay. I wonder if we can confront Miss bawling her eyes out. Lady Gerland. No, she's not got anything new. Hey, Horror. How's it going? Should we talk to the first mate again? From the captain. It'd be going. I mean, it'd be going. I am alive. Okay, no, we don't need to talk to him again. To be fair, I'll probably just look in X and it'll tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. We have investigated the crew quarters. It does seem to be still ticked. And not unticked. So maybe there's something else?
Uh-huh.
Ah, key lock. Missing keys. Captain can shed some light. Aha! I knew there was something. I forgot to rotate the building. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying this game. We are investigating Arsene Lupin, gentleman thief. Hey, Apex. Yes. Okay, so no. We are having fun with this game. It is.
That's ridiculous. It was the night before I was arrested, not last night.
But you said the captain had you locked up. Why didn't you correct me?
I thought you would have known. Lupin mugged me in broad daylight yesterday. I was found unconscious in the storage room.
Yet another time where I'm a puzzle piece short because people refuse to cooperate.
Stop making assumptions
Need
then.
to review the facts.
No, it all happened so fast. But I would look at Bernard.
Bernard
From
is
my
suspicious.
own investigation, tracking, I've never seen him go to a cabin. I'd bet money that he's Lupin.
If he is, can we note that I said this from the beginning?
If that's true, I might have my prize yet. I should check the guest information.
Because that's what I said, you know. Would it not be really obvious?
Inspector,
Who has
the
access to
guests
cabin?
have one key to use during their stay, and I have the master key.
Although, did it go missing?
What now?
Well, it's gone missing. I've got everyone looking for it. My first mate says he gave it to me. I don't know why he'd lie to my face. Check the key log if you don't believe me.
So the captain is too incompetent to even hold on to a key. Maybe the vents aren't how Lupin's been sneaking around.
I mean, how did Bernard get into Rosane's room in the first place at the beginning? You know, there is still that. Hey Holly, how you doing? I mean, I can't believe it's Sunday again already. I don't know what happened to the rest of the weekend. It's sort of disappeared, it feels. But yeah, hope you're having a good Sunday. Good weekend. Insert time here. Okay, storage room. Let's check the key log. So probably we should go to the storage room. But yeah, we are having fun determining Arsene Lupin. Where is Arsene Lupin? It's like, where's Wally? But, you know, it's not wearing a really recognizable outfit.
Huh?
How can I help? Look, I put my hands up. I lost the storage key, so I signed out the master key.
And then you lost that as well?
No. Captain asked for the master key. I gave it to him. The end. He's trying to say I didn't.
Oh my god. Arsene Lupin disguised himself as the captain to get the master key.
It's a case of he said, she said. All I know is someone's lying.
Or not. Could totally not be lying. Could just, you know, master of disguise. I mean, you know, you have a great big bushy beard and a hat and, you know, find Lupin. And we're back to find Lupin. I mean, Bernard did have the watch. Bernard d'Andrassy. Is it possible that the Morse code R, if misinterpreted, could be part of B? And I can't remember what the Morse code is. We don't have that information, so yeah. Storage room. Go see if this guy has anything else to say. She's still lying to us, but we can't interact with her. Where else can we explore? Because at the very least I would like to solve the first case.
Oh.
Oh god, no, there's like 3 parts to it, okay. And then in prison. Escape and Herlock Sholmes. A chance meeting. We haven't cracked any safes yet. And some secret stuff. Cover a secret about Horace Vermont. Well, I don't know who that is, so, you know, that's the first secret. I mean, I would be, you know, checking the bathroom, investigating the desk, and, you know, all kinds of stuff if I actually had more control over this thing.
Oh.
But we found everything. So it's a case of trying to figure out what's going to trigger the game to move on.
Uh-huh.
Is there a hint button? Because I have been around this ship like now, like, about 3 times. From the infirmary. We could go look at the guest log, I suppose. That's really, if it'll, you know, let us do that. That was in the crew quarters. Ah, there we go. No sign of Bernard. What have you overlooked? I mean, reevaluate the evidence. Empty uniform bag. Was detained. Camera roll. I said it was probably him. No chance for Bernard to get into a cabin without seeing. Having dinner is a photographer. His name was mugged. Hang on.
Master.
So, I guess walking around with a camera. Okay. Taking this. Anonymous tip. He's got no camera. Found watch. Missing watch.
It's called common sense. Use it.
Back to desktop. Woohoo! Bleep bleep. You never got the master key.
It's going to be a...
Come on, this is obvious to me, but apparently it just wants me to connect these differently. Watch. See, watch.
Just some good...
First mate was just given it. Stolen watch.
And that... That would be obvious to anyone.
Just happened to find the captain's watch, decided to hand it over. Gave captain key.
Not as clever.
Key. Another captain on board. Right. Key contradiction.
I'm
Empty
out on
uniform
your
bag.
heel.
Monster of disguise. Suspicious activity. Said it was him. Said it was him. Said it was him. Not being truthful.
Carry on like this.
How could he have got in?
This old dog's still.
Master key. Okay. Who has the opportunity?
How does he do it? You're supposed to be an inspector for. Carry on like this.
Wait, I'm just clicking on things randomly. I was trying to read it.
It's going to be. Get your head in. No wonder.
Yeah, it's like I kind of know what's happened, but trying to figure out which link it's wanting me. She's not being truthful about the time.
It's called common sense.
You know, I'm wondering if she's lying about something.
No.
I wonder if she's helping him. Maybe she is him.
How does he do it? It's going. No one. You're supposed to be a.
What is this one connection at once?
Get your head in the. carry on like this. It's called common.
Hang on, maybe it's the mugging and the suspicious activity.
Get your head in the game.
No?
No. Master thief?
Oh, they were the flashing ones. Okay. So suspicious activity. Is there anyone that has like timing doesn't match up? Oh, there's still another connection. But yeah. I was suspicious of Bernard from the beginning. No possible opportunity. Can we? No, can't connect that.
No one. It's... Carry on like... You're supposed to be... How does he do it?
Oh, right. Oh, that now links up to that. Now you'll let me link that up.
Obvious, eh?
She's lying. Right. Okay. I mean, I've been sure of that for a while. I just, you know, like I was suspicious of Bernard. Just couldn't get it to match up.
Have you found them yet? Now who's shouting?
You told me you only left your cabin once. I want the truth. Who were you meeting?
It wasn't that thief, I promise. I met with a man after dinner last night. No one can know that I'm courting a commoner.
As if I care about her love life. What I do care about is another window of opportunity.
Okay. So, Roshane was noticed to be missing from dinner after sneaking aboard. I'm trying to make the arrows nicely line up. But I don't think they have to. Explains a lot. I need to look over everything again. Do we really need to look over everything again? Or can we just go and talk to Bernard? Okay.
Then that must mean...
Yeah, she was lying, Bernard is the only one that I accounted for at that time. Makes sense. Bernard d'Andrezy. Covered a secret about Bernard
Just
d'Andrezy.
a good old-fashioned police work.
Good old-fashioned police work. Is this done with the... I feel like Blazing Griffin must have done that other Hercule Poirot one. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, the London case and the first cases. I thought so. Because the uncovering a secret thing was... Yeah, the first cases, which was the one where it starts on a boat. I believe. Possibly the London case may have started on a boat. Either which way, they're both... Yeah, they both have the secret thing. But yeah, I was like, it is a similarity. So yeah, Blazing Griffin, developed by Blazing Griffin, published by Microids. They also did Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the London case, and Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first cases. I really enjoyed those. Also did the Murder Mystery Machine one, which I also really enjoyed. But that had the rotating room thing. So it's almost like developers have a little bit of a fingerprint. Apparently genre voting is still open. That's weird. Thought these were confirmed, but, you know, it's been out 3 weeks. It does say disagree with this. It says that genre voting is open, yet I can disagree, which means I can vote. That's weird. Maybe they've just not been confirmed? I'm not sure. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, okay. We have... I'm enjoying this. We've got 10 achievements. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with the whole genre thing there, but sure. Try explaining your way out of this one. Waited so long this day that I'll erect a statue of me in Paris. Time to speak to the captain and get the passengers together. I want everyone to see this. Ah, okay, we gotta do a denouement. After I'd positioned myself right there so I could arrest him. Yeah, it's either, you know, you either hide in plain sight, or you know, make yourself like, you integrate yourself into the investigation.
It's time. I want everyone gathered on the deck.
Or you know, you hide in the shadows. But it's best to sort of, you know,
don't mind.
make yourself known, I guess.
I'm escorting Miss Nelly. As much as we've enjoyed the excitement of the voyage, we should be going.
No more. You are Arsene Lupin, and you are coming with me.
Lupin? Here? Where?
He can deny his identity all he wants. I've got the evidence to see him locked up for the rest of his days.
It was the captain's?
You can stop the amateur dramatics. You gave it to the only first mate in history stupid enough to leave his captain's stolen watch in his own locker.
Oh, really? He was trying to set me up.
I was trying to help you. If you thought about anything besides money for just a second.
That's rich.
I didn't think I would be arrested for trying to help an inspector.
You were helping no one but yourself, with Roseanne as an easy target.
Pardon?
But the kicker was the camera roll. How could you have gotten into his cabin to take the photographs?
Have they been recovered?
I'll find them, don't you worry. I know when you took your opportunity. After I finally got the truth out of her.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. The inspector's just annoyed that he had to do some actual police work.
And there he is. Keep calm. There's no reason to lose your head now. Quick, say something smart. Arsène Lupin? Let's take a walk.
The Inspector Boards.
Nailed it.
Okay.
You are a fool, Lupin exclaimed. Arsène Lupin sailed under the name of Yes, another of your tricks. A false
look at his
scent
arm.
that deceived them at Havre. You play a good game, my boy, but this time luck is against you, the inspector barked. His arms were brought behind his back, and with a clink of iron, the once elusive and master thief Arsène Lupin was marched from the ship with a rather pleased Inspector Ganimard following close
I
behind.
feel like he probably had an accomplice, but that was my thinking, is there was someone else, but Master Thief's game.
And that's how Inspector Ganimard finally caught his white whale.
For starters, the inspector might consider himself a behemoth of a man, but he certainly didn't lord over me like that. Just the thought of such an image makes my hair stand on end.
But it was you the whole time? Disguised as d'Andrézy?
I can't say that was the case for the whole voyage. Where would the fun in that have been?
You were disguised as someone else? But oh, my head is spinning.
You wanted to hear the events aboard La Provence? Well, here is my truth. Let's pick up where Bernard left off.
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You may have heard rumors around the ship about an unwanted guest. I can assure you there is nothing to worry about, and the matter is all in hand. Not that there is a matter to be in hand. Thank you. How's that? You think they believe me? The light? Yes, it's still on. It's what? It's what?
The captain obviously received my camera roll and note.
Bernard? Did you hear that?
Sorry? Oh, yes, I suppose you don't really know anyone. I just had a feeling about Monsieur Rosen.
I wouldn't have suspected a thing without Bernard here. You were right. The whole thing was exciting.
Without your skills of distractions, I would not have been able to search his cabin and learn the truth.
I'll just go and sit alone with my jewelry now we know it's safe. I'm obviously just getting in the way.
There's no need for that. Please, just wait.
A little over the top, if you ask me. Although, the mention of her jewels is rather tantalizing. This may require further investigation.
May I ask, why target her?
You must have forgotten her previous insult.
To you?
To Bernard. Maybe that's because you don't have as much to lose.
And that justifies stealing from her?
Rudeness is the weak's imitation of strength. How else was she to learn some manners?
There is no reason ever to be rude. Yeah.
Do you have a moment?
What can I do for you? I've had it for weeks. I think it's getting worse.
A doctor would supply you the necessary medicine.
Do I look like I've got 1,000 francs to hand over to a doctor? Just grin and bear it.
Coughing in guests' faces is hardly grinning and bearing for anyone.
Oh, there was a board outside that I didn't see before.
Huh?
Captain set a bounty to catch a blue marlin. Target set a little higher than a fish. Shows a layout of the guest cabins. List of extras to the first class. Privacy. Ventilation. Ensuite washroom. Just have to look around. I know it's a little bit slower paced, this one, but you know, still didn't really. Why can I not think with my stomach? My stomach's hungry. But sometimes I like the slower paced games. A little bit more time for reflection.
You didn't have to stomp off like that.
I thought you were going to help me instead of gallivanting around with that man.
I said I would, and I will. Do you have your note ready? And you've agreed to meet?
I've made it clear that I must see him urgently.
Very well. Stay here in your cabin. I'll make sure it reaches him.
A secret meeting. A romance, perhaps? She's mentioned a hymn. I need to find out whose hands that note intends on reaching.
Bringing the meeting myself might provide a perfect opportunity to get into Lady Jean's cabin and then to my prize.
Bernard?
Oh, I was just coming to check everything was okay.
It's fine, really. She's just feeling a little under the weather. I spoke with the nurse on board, but they're running low on medicine.
A ship this size with no medical supplies? Does she need them urgently?
I'm sure she'll survive. It sounds like Major Rawson was hell-bent on using everything for his seasickness.
I wonder if Major Rawson has any medical supplies left in his cabin.
She's asked for some space, so I'm going to take the opportunity to relax in the tea room.
She looks tired. She was complaining about coffee. What a woman.
Bernard, what a pleasant surprise. I feel the same. Likely looking after my friend. She's still not 100%.
Getting Miss Nellie alone may be harder than I expected.
If my friend is going to be in her cabin, and I'm going to need to eat at some point, why not?
Not the most convincing answer. I'm going to have to pull out all the stops to impress her.
Well, we've got to fail something sometimes. I'm not very good at doing the whole flirting thing. So it sort of usually shows.
Okay, I'll keep this short. Mr. Rosaine has been detained until further notice. Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
You caught him? You've got Arsene Lupin locked up.
Keeping it to ourselves means not talking about it. Got it?
Oh, right. He pickpocketed. $10,000? I thought it was 1,000. It's a bit of inconsistency.
Oh.
A coin! A coin with edges! Oh no, what might we do with a coin with edges?
Oh.
Ah, we don't know. Okay, right. 0104.
Ooh.
Right, so 0104. Oh, I was actually correct. I was just reading out how many dots there were. My prize. Proficient toolsman. Use 10 items. What did I get? Ah, old coin. An army knife. Yes. The coin trick is always how we unscrew events. Haven't we already confirmed?
Huh. Huh? Oh.
Hello. While standing
High
outside
quality.
in the fresh sea air.
In the cabins, I mean. I'm just curious.
One of the weirder requests. I don't know everything, but I'm fairly sure each cabin is only connected to one other cabin.
If I can find a layout of the ship, I might be able to work it out myself. Heh.
Yeah, so those two guest cabins are connected to each other, and Miss What's-Her-Face's is connected to the... Seriously? Have we not made the connection thingy? Ugh. Like, we have the knowledge, can we not just use it?
Oh. Huh. Ooh. Ah.
Like, have we not just made the connection yet?
Huh?
You've asked.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Ah, reserved. That's what it says. Does that give us any extra information? Ah, bucket of chum. Ah! That. So I was right with the it's fish guts. I have no idea what it wants us to do next.
Huh.
Because it goes perfect. And that might be what we're looking for. And then it... Find out more about the vents. It's like, come on, have we not got this figured? We use the coin to unscrew that. We don't have a way to interact with anything else.
Oh.
It's like, I know what to do, but I don't know how to get the game to let me do it.
Oh.
Are we doing them in the wrong order? But we'll just completely keep on doing the same things over and over again.
Oh.
Oh, hang on, there's a vent there.
Hey.
Right, now... Oh, apparently we had to sniff another vent. That got us the thing, okay, so... Vent connections... Right, that was the other one. Miss Nellie's to the crew quarters. We haven't gone to Miss Nellie's because Miss Nellie's is like somewhere different. There we go. Right, apparently we needed to sniff the tea room vent. I didn't even realize there was a vent there. Cool, we can move on. Right, because I'd like to just finish this part before the end of the stream. So we can get him properly arrested.
Huh.
We are going to use an old coin. No, we're going to use a army knife. I wanted to use the coin. I'm sad. No worries. All good. Right. Well, it seems pointless unless we're actually going to look for the code. Looking enough to speak. 1902, Rowan. $14 foot, 900 kilograms. 71 to 76.
Oh.
Press Miss Nellie. Here. Okay.
Huh?
Right. I mean, I was guessing. 1902, maybe? Or maybe we're going fishing? Ooh. Okay. Maybe we can't open that one yet. There are fish. Maybe we can use the fish. No.
Bernard. Medicine? But I thought the infirmary was empty.
I'm more than just a handsome hat stand. I think that's the same.
I should get these to my friend. Thank you, Bernard.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, it's empty.
Yes? Have you got something to send?
More something to find. I wrote your own cabin number on the envelope. If you point me in the right direction.
Afraid not. Once they're collected from the tea room, they get sorted in the storage room. Crew only.
Of course it is. One of the few areas under a watchful eye. It's never stopped me before.
Hello again. You'd need a valid reason, and you'd have to be let in, but for a price...
It's not that important.
Not the best time, anyway. There's a lot of boxes stacked in there. An accident waiting to happen.
I need to find a way past the first mate without emptying my wallet.
There's a quick way to make some cash. Maybe it's something about a fishing thing.
Ah.
Can we go and filch the dude's fishing pole? Will it let us do that? Or do we need to sniff a fish or something? Or can we just steal one?
Uh-huh.
That's a blue marlin. I don't know. Oh, wait, hang on. It had another thing on there. How do you know which one's the marlin? Because I know marlins are pointy. Okay, the cursor is painfully slow. Excellent. Right, how do I turn in a fish? Or do we need to go back and have a look at the thing about marlins again? want to crack his safe, but I'm not sure what it would be. Now we're gonna go fake a fish. Faked many things in my life, never a fish.
Huh.
I'm starting to see a different side of Arsène Lupin.
One fish, and all sins are forgiven? I wish I'd known sooner.
Perhaps not then.
Hello again. Pardon me?
The captain's challenge, over there. The fish is on the line, ready to be reeled in.
Oh, I get you.
Perfect catch. What a prized fish. That guy looks a little bit like me. Like taking candy from a middle-aged bearded baby. I stole it from the captain. Oh no. Quite a mess, yes.
Hey.
Not as sturdy as first suspected. Fancy falling into a guest's lap, okay.
Oh. Ah.
Yes.
Huh?
What is that? It'd be ridiculous to bump into each other. Investigate who A could be.
Oh.
Two birds with one watch.
Hello again. It snapped the line, and now I've got no prize money. The captain's furious at me for wasting his time.
Blame me all you want. A child could have reeled in a plastic fish on a line.
I suppose I'll just have to wait for that medicine.
He certainly knows how to work the sympathy card.
I could buy the whole chemist. Thank you again. You're a lifesaver.
My work here is done.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's dinner service will begin shortly in the dining hall. About time. I'm starving.
Dining hall.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Bernard. I've been rambling on about my aunt's rose garden since dessert.
And I've enjoyed listening. You seem far more relaxed. Are you feeling better about the unwanted guest?
Thanks to you, I had barely remembered. Although it is strange he still hasn't been found. Maybe he's you. Or you're him.
You really think I could be that good of an actor?
Who knows? Maybe that's not even a real camera, and it's full of money and jewels.
Wouldn't that be something? I'm afraid it's just camera film in here. And what a fitting time to prove it.
I'm gonna make me blush.
I feel like I could talk to you about anything.
I'm no stranger to hiding my identity. But with her, I want to leave no secrets.
I want to say something first. It's just thank you. Had you not introduced yourself, this would have been an incredibly dull and lonely voyage.
With Arsene Lupin on board, it was never going to be dull.
In a strange way, he brought us together. I should get my beauty sleep. Find me tomorrow. I have something to tell you. Thank you again for a lovely evening, Bernard.
It seems like you two were growing quite close.
You sound surprised?
I suppose I hadn't expected you to be so open with her, considering her opinion on the real Arsène Lupin.
You're forgetting how long the journey was. We found ourselves together almost every minute of the day.
Except for when you were otherwise preoccupied.
My watch! He stole my... oh, excuse me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. An urgent message. Arsene Lupin and his grubby fingers has stolen my watch. Be on extra alert. And if you're listening, Mr. Lupin, just return it, okay?
Grubby fingers. I will let that slide. I already have what I needed from him.
Excuse me, Mr. Douglas. What are you doing giving me the captain's watch?
I'm sorry. I had no idea. I was only trying to help.
Keep your help to yourself next time. Don't know how I'm gonna get myself out of this one.
You could blame it on Arsène Lupin. No doubt it was him that stole it in the first place.
Maybe. Yes, I think that could work.
I can't have Bernard being suspected. Arsène Lupin, on the other hand, what's another theft?
I mean, it was us, so, you know.
Monsieur Rosen, you don't look so...
No, I bet I don't. And neither would you if you've been through what I have.
You're hysterical. You should really try and calm down.
Calm down? You try being locked up and see how calm you are. It was the captain. Someone's got it out for me and convinced him that I was Lupin.
You don't strike me as the type of man capable of such daring feats like Arsène Lupin. He should consider himself lucky that someone even included him in the same sentence.
I'm sure it was a real task, keeping Miss Underdown company. That's all cleared up now.
It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's very common.
I'm not embarrassed. I've thrown it all away, now, anyway. And keep it to yourself.
If I had my way, there would be a poster, front and center on the notice board. Of course! You have my word.
You don't think Monsieur Rosen had been through enough already?
It was all in good fun. I wasn't actually going to post it on the notice board.
And I'm glad you didn't.
Don't act like
Okay.
you didn't deserve at least some of it, exactly. Now, where was I?
Okay. I want to finish this bit of the case, so we're going to be another little bit. So I need a quick break. To nip to the bathroom. Oh, leaky earlier than I expected. I've still got to go to the bathroom, so I'll just have a quick break, and then I'll be back, and we'll finish off this case. Okay. All right, 15 seconds. We can hit resume. Okay. Find Miss Nelly. Okay, so we got to find Miss Nelly. Ooh. Have a nosy in the storage room again. Yes. It looks like Nikki's doing some sort of co-stream thing, which is why he's early. Oh, some things are cleaned up. Excellent.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Roses. Very romantic.
She may have mentioned them in passing.
And of course, you were astute enough to pick up on that.
I just wanted to show her. Never mind that. There were more important things that required my attention.
Especially as we messed up on asking her to dinner.
Huh.
Play one of these in the yes. This could be useful. The white wool is totally gonna be beard. My gosh, Jesse, you've only had 3 hours sleep. Or 3.5. You okay? Also, hi. But I expected you to get more sleep.
What can I do for you? I'm sorry. I think I was just caught up in the moment last night. Please, just ignore me.
I can spot an eye a mile away. Whatever it is must be weighing heavy on her. There must be something I can do to cheer her up.
Bernard, it's beautiful.
I hoped it would remind you of your aunt's.
My aunt's rose garden. You remembered. I don't think I've ever met a man like you before. Which is why I feel so guilty lying. My friend, she has no health concerns. She has some personal issues with someone on board.
With a guest?
Not a guest. I've already said too much.
The crew?
Not a guest, meaning the crew? If I'm going to find out who sent that letter, I need to find its reply first. To the crew quarters.
I don't know why I'm going around this way.
Ah.
Hello. The name rings a bell, but we have so many guests coming through. Sorry. I'm afraid this is for crew members only.
If I'm to get past the porter, I'll need to find a way to blend in.
She's a guest. I'm sorry, I don't know who you mean.
Is it a commoner? I wonder if it's the captain. Fits like a glove. I don't know if there's a particular reason we would need a flute, but sure.
What do you want now? I take it you lot still haven't caught him.
We're doing everything we can.
Well, it's not good enough.
Glad to see Monsieur Rosen shares his impeccable manners with everyone on board.
Yes? Password? Open sesame? Very funny. You heard what the captain said this morning. With that guest cleared, Lupin is still roaming the ship, and he's tightened security. So, I just remembered I've got somewhere to be.
I hadn't expected the captain to be so vigilant. I suppose I'd better find that password.
What can I do for you? No chance. Captain would have my stripes if he found out. I'm listening.
What if I sweeten the deal?
You got yourself a deal.
Now I just need to get the money.
I don't know why I'm thinking a flute is going to help me.
Huh? Hey.
Sadly, no one wrote it down helpfully. Maybe it's in the other safe, but what would the safe code be? We know that the safe was emptied. Thus, we must be able to determine the code. Oops. all things I can see is like 43.15.
Ah. Huh?
I did want to finish this section, but if we are stymied by needing to get money... And we don't know what the code is for the save.
Huh? Ooh.
I'm not going to just find 1,000 francs. Hang on.
Thank you, but I'm fine.
I don't think so, miss.
My mistake. There's just something about your eyes.
I need to be careful while disguised. If she were to recognize me, or at least Bernard, the gig would be up. Oh.
Okay. I'm just wondering if we could talk to the... Just try talking to the staff again, and then... don't know. Okay. We're missing something is... Oh, hello, there's something new on there. Right. Ah. Recherche. Recompense. Okay.
What do you want now? Oh, you bet I have. 10,000 francs.
That's a lot of money. You're not worried he'll just steal it from your cabin?
You think I'm that stupid? I'm not letting it out of my sight. If he wants it, he's going to have to prize it from my breathless body.
An interesting challenge.
Right. Okay, that's what we needed to do. Alright, okay, so. Find a secluded location. The deck wet and create a slipping hazard. Claim my reward. Ah, that's what the flute's needed for. Secluded area. We need to get the chum. We know that was used.
Oh.
Come now. I thought you were going to tell the truth.
Every word that has left my lips.
I didn't think Monsieur Rosen was the sharpest knife in the drawer, but...
Accidents happen when one is not careful. Mr. Rosen learned that the hard way. Huh?
We've got the monies. Storage room. Now time to get that password. I'm losing people. People going to sleep. Or is it just not interesting enough? I'm sorry. I will get to the end of this section.
What can I do for you? And here's your password. Solas.
Solas?
Safety of life at sea, remember?
Ah, yes. Anyway, places to be. Yes? Password? Solas. Go ahead.
The other half live.
Yeah. Ah. Ooh.
Ah. Gerald and the porter.
Aha. Oh. Huh.
Okay, now I need to go get the wool. It'd be weird going out one person, going in one person and out as the captain. That's just odd.
Huh?
Why can't we connect the dots? Build up a profile about him. Okay. I feel like there's possibly more left to this than I anticipated, and we should, in fact, get food because I am.
What could... Not happening. The captain will have my head if I lose this.
Worth a shot.
Sure of his features beforehand. Okay, captain's hat. Captain's broad belt. Captain's white beard. Okay.
Ah.
Yes? He's the captain. What can I say? Come on, it's not going any further than this room. I wish he didn't talk about fishing so much. Not really the juicy gossip you're looking for.
It's not much, but I can work with it.
Password? Solas, go ahead.
Oh. Oh. Aha. Hmm. Hey.
What could...
Yeah, I mean, we've got to post the letter. Do we shove it under a door, or were we? Yep. Some of the disguise, okay. Well, we're trying to. Oh, did we already pick up white fluff? Ah, we did. Captain's hat. Ah, the honey. I think that might have been the last step. Okay, we'll give it 5 more minutes and see if we're closer to getting to the end.
Yes? Pops, go ahead.
Oh. Huh.
Okay. Oh, wow, that is pretty good. Weird as heck, but pretty good.
There you are.
Captain? I've got it right here. Where do you need to go?
Are you worried about it going missing, like the storage key?
I told you I don't know what happened. 1 minute I had it.
And the next I'm having to find you, just be able to get around the ship.
That should be enough to stop him asking any more questions.
Everything is in place. Be wise to change out this disguise before meeting Miss Nally there. I don't know if I can change out of it over here. Back to normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's dinner service will begin shortly in the dining hall. I hope Cedric's got some better desserts for tonight.
Dessert.
One more fantastic meal like that, and it's my waistline I will need to worry about, not Arsene Lupin.
Speaking of, did you notice Mr. Rosaine wasn't at dinner again? And how odd for my friend to disappear so quickly after dessert.
Time must have slipped away from him. Think nothing more of it. It certainly hasn't ruined my evening.
Nor mine. It really has been another wonderful evening. Before I retire for the night, I wanted to ask you about your cousin you mentioned.
You told her about him? Playing with fire, if you ask me.
It just slipped out. I didn't mention his name.
Good thing you didn't, or the gig would have been up.
If I were going to reveal my true identity, it wouldn't have been like that.
You must have been devastated. It sounds like you two were close.
I like to think that part of me is keeping his memory alive.
Do you have any other family? I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. I've spent most of my life alone. I thought that's how it would always be.
That's what you want?
Once, but now, I'm not so sure.
It's getting late, Bernard. I'll see you in the morning?
You will. I think I'll work the deck for a while still. Perhaps some inspiration for a photograph will surprise me. Good night.
It's time to get down to business. We have the master key, so all we need to do, go in and steal. Maybe we couldn't ever open the other guy's safe. Or maybe it was somewhere just being odd.
Huh?
23rd of August.
Ooh.
Nineteenth of August.
Ah. Hey.
Adapt safecracker.
Uh-huh.
Need somewhere to hide them. In the camera, obviously. Still from Lady Gerland. Not exactly designed to be a secret jewel case, but it'll do.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome you to the United States of America. There will be a minor delay in the disembarking of the ship. A detective has come aboard to take over certain matters with an unwanted guest. Yes, I know what his name is, and it doesn't need to be repeated. Yes, they know it too. I ask for your cooperation. The faster he's found, the faster we can get you all on dry land. Thank you. This detective better know what he's doing.
Well, the captain has gone him out. Busy, I should find Miss Nell. She's there, so that wasn't really hard.
I'm worried for the people of America that are going to have to deal with him now. I wish we'd caught the right man.
The inspector has to do some work. Lupin will no doubt do what he does and move on. I've rarely heard of him staying in one place for too long.
And you? What's your plan now? The world is your oyster, as they say.
I didn't expect saying goodbye to be so hard. There's still one more thing I require her help with, if I even dare ask. I know it's typically the man that carries the luggage. It's just my camera.
Do you need a hand, Bernard?
I thought she had the camera at the end. Whatever the other thing.
Of course, I'll take it. Here.
Because when he was getting arrested, she had the camera.
I wouldn't normally ask.
Honestly, Bernard, it's no problem at all.
She's oblivious to what riches the camera contains, meaning there is no reason for attention to be drawn to it. The home straight.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests aboarding. Yeah, yes, all right. At least let me say good afternoon. I have an important announcement. A message from... Hey, what are you... Give me that. That's mine.
I want everyone on the deck.
And give it here. Inspector Ganimard would like all guests to convene on the deck. He has something he'd like to... No! This is my ship.
Arsene Lupin, the fat lady is singing, and you are mine.
That's when Ganimard caught up with you?
Others would have been embarrassed at the public display of guilt.
Not you?
I let him have his moment in the spotlight. Judging by your version of the arrest, he remembered it very differently.
I feel there is a but.
There's always a but.
It was Miss Nelly's response that hit home the most.
Miss, if you don't mind?
I'm escorting Miss Nelly. As much as we've enjoyed the excitement of the voyage, we should be going.
No more. You are Arsene Lupin, and you are coming with me.
Lupin? Here? Where?
Arsene Lupin? Let's take a walk.
Bernard, are the inspector's claims true? No excuses. You're nothing but a thief and a swindler.
Looks like nothing's going right for you today. I'll add that to the list of things you got wrong.
Where are my jewels? Tell us now.
You might as well hand them over. I know you always keep them close.
And allow you to find them on me? Inspector, please.
I have one more thing to ask.
Make it quick. Lover boy and I have a date at the station.
When you asked for my help, was that as Bernard d'Andrécy or Arsène Lupin?
It was the real me.
Satisfied? Right. No more distractions. Arsène Lupin, you're under arrest.
And I think that's the end of that. She chucked the camera overboard.
It occurred to me that she would not dare expose me publicly, but she might do so when she reached a more private place. However, When she had passed only a few feet down the gangway, with the movement of simulated awkwardness, she let the camera fall into the water between the vessel and the pier. Then she walked down the gangway and was quickly lost to sight in the crowd. She had passed out of my life forever.
The camera? The jewelry? They're not still down there, are they?
After everything you've just heard, that's your first question?
Oh, I have 100 questions for you. But that seemed the most fitting. Being why you were on board in the first place.
If that's what you believe, what's important is where I ended up. La Santé prison.
It wasn't necessarily all doom and gloom for you, though.
One must keep themselves amused somehow.
I'm not so sure Inspector Ganimard found it as amusing.
If he had a sense of humor, he might have. I'm quite happy to let you take the reins on this one. Anything too exaggerated, and I'll be sure to correct you.
Arsene Lupin in prison, the band's predicament. We are going to stop there.
I am sorry that...
Nope, you don't get to see it. I'm waiting until I can stop that myself, but... yeah, that's the end of it for the stream. We're gonna raid into Leaky, just... I just wanted to finish that. Yeah, Leaky's doing a co-stream of Lockdown Protocol. But I am ending here. I'm getting some food. I'm hungry. I'll be back on Tuesday with the normal stream. I've got it 3 days earlier. And I'm still stuck in a conversation. I will deal with that after I finish the stream. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Thank you to Mr. Corners for the raid in. Always good to catch up with everyone. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was Arsene Lupin Wants a Thief. We did the first case. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Probably a bit slow for stream, but you know, I do like to do my point and clicks. Sometimes they're a bit slow. We will pick something different for Tuesday and we'll see how we go. But for now, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, and I bid you a good time zone. Take care. Bye.